Friends, welcome again to a new session, and in this session we will discuss proportioning of aggregates. And proportioning of aggregates is required in several occasions during the construction of a highway. It is required in the design of subways or granular base of a flexible pavement like GSB or wet mix macadam, or sometimes even in waterbound macadam also. It is required the design of mix for bituminous base course like dense bituminous macadam or simply bituminous macadam. It is also required design of mix for bituminous bearing courses like bituminous concrete or HTBC. And it is required basically to obtain the desirable gradation, because single natural aggregates, even quarried aggregates, are not suitable. And it is always economical to mix natural and processed aggregates. So it is mixing of more than one aggregate to obtain the desired grading for a particular mix. There are three methods of proportioning: trial and error method, analytical method, and graphical method, which is also called Rothfuch method. Now, trial and error method is used extensively, but it is not so accurate as other two methods, but it is simple. What is done in this case is that we select some critical sieves in the blend. These sieves can be 12.5 mm or 2.36 mm and 0.075 mm, and we see how the desired grading can be met from these two sieves. Then we find initial proportion to meet the critical sieves. Find the initial proportion to meet the critical sieves, and then we check the calculated gradation with the specified gradation and make adjustment for the sizes which are going beyond the limit. Now, this can be explained through this example. Let's suppose these are the sieve sizes, and we have three aggregates which are to be mixed to obtain the final grading in this range. And if you take the midpoint of this range, then the target is to get a grading which is very close to this midpoint grading. So here we can say that this 8% is mainly coming from aggregate C, because there is no proportion, there is no fraction of A at 75 micron, there is no fraction of B at this sieve size, and therefore mainly it is coming from 88. So let us take this as 8%. So 8% of 88% will be somewhere around 8%. So we choose 8% of C. Now the second critical sieve is 2.36. See here, it is only 8%. It is 93%, 100%. So this 36% will be met by B and C. If you take 36 minus 8, that gives you 28%. So 28% of B. Now remaining will be A. So we start our trial with these proportions: 64% of A, 28% of B, and 8% of C. And let us say, if you multiply these values by 0.64, multiply these values by 0.28, and these values by 0.08, you will get the grading like this. So for each row, you get a grading, obtained grading. Now you compare this grading with the range, and you can make adjustment if any size is going out of the range. This is trial and error method. Method is simple, but sometimes it requires skill of the designer. The second method is the analytical method. Now here, what we do, we write the equations. Let us assume that PA, PB, and PC are the proportions of aggregate A, B, and C, and FA, FB, and FC are the fractions of A, B, C on a particular sieve size. So the constraint is that this must be less than or equal to upper limit of the range, and at the same time it should be more than or equal to the lower limit. Or you can simply take the midpoint value. So we can frame this equation like this, that proportion of A multiplied by fraction of A plus proportion of B multiplied by fraction of B plus C should be equal to midpoint value of the range. Now you can frame as many equations as the number of sieves, and then these are to be solved keeping PA plus PB plus PC equal to 1. So if you take the same example where you have three aggregates A, B, C, and our range of desired grading is this, and midpoint is given in this column. So we can make equation like that: if PA, PB, PC are the final proportions of A, B, and C, then PA multiplied by this plus PB multiplied by this, PC multiplied by this should be equal to this. So we can make, because there are 7 sieves here, you can make 7 set of equations. Now these equations are to be solved, and that can be done either through MATLAB or through solver function in MS Excel. I will explain how it is done in solver function. To solve these equations in MS Excel, open a sheet and then enter the grading of aggregate A, B, and C. So these are sieve sizes and the grading of A, B, and C, and this is a midpoint. That is our target value. Now you assume some proportion here. Let us assume that A is 50%, B is 40%, and C is 10%. You can take any value just to start the iteration. Now using these proportions, what we get, the obtained grading is 0.5 multiplied by this value, 0.4 multiplied by this value, and 0.1 multiplied by this value, that is 100. So similarly you get the obtained grading on each sieve size. Now calculate what is the difference between the midpoint grading and this obtained grading here. So this is the square of difference. You see the formula here? This is G4 minus H4, G4 minus H4 square. Now square is taken here to just negate the sign of the difference, positive or negative. Now this is the sum of all these square values. Now our objective is to minimize this difference, to minimize this value, and the constraint is that this PA plus PB plus PC should be 1, and we should vary the values of these proportions PA, PB, PC. So in data, if you see here, you will find the solver function. When you press this key solver, this window will pop up and it says set the objective. Now objective is to minimize this value. So we select this cell value here, and we say it is to be minimized by changing the variable cell. Now changing the variable cell is D12, E12, and F12. So we select these values here by changing these values. And the constraint is subject to the constraint. You add one constraint here, that the cell reference, this value must be equal to 1. That is the constraint. Now with these parameters you solve and you get the values here. Okay, so you see the difference has now come down to 14.5, and the obtained grading is now very close to your midpoint grading. 76 against 78, 47.4 against 48, 38 against 36, and so on. The final proportion is 65% of A, 27% of B, and 8% of C. A very simple method and very accurate method, and you can have number of aggregates A, B, C, D, as many aggregates you have at site. Third method is graphical method or Rothfuss method. I will explain this method with the help of same example which we have taken earlier. This method can be used for any number of aggregates, and it is almost as good as the analytical method. Now this is the grading of A, B, C, three aggregates which are available at site, and this is our target range, and this is the midpoint of the range. So what we do here, we take one graph paper, and on this graph paper you draw a rectangle. Height of this rectangle is taken 10 centimeter, and it is divided into 10 equal parts, and this represents percent passing. Now this is the grading which is required, midpoint of the grading, which is the target. So we draw a diagonal here, and we assume that this diagonal represents this desired grading, and we set the scale on x-axis accordingly. So at 100% passing, you have the sieve size 19 millimeters. You write 19 here. For 12.5, 78%, so corresponding to 78% passing, we write the scale 12.5. And similarly for 48% passing, we have 4.75 and so on. So this is the scale. And for this scale, desired grading becomes a straight line. Now on this graph paper now, we plot the grading of A, B and C. So this is a grading of aggregate A, of B and of C. Now you will see here that they do not follow the straight line. They are still curved. And therefore, we draw a balance line which will be a straight line, and it is drawn in such a manner that the area between the curve and this dotted line or balance line is balanced outside and inside. Similarly for B, you draw a line here, and for C also you draw a balance line here. The area between the dotted line and the curve is balanced on both sides. That is the main criteria. Now you take, this is the line for C, you take the end point of C and join with the starting point of B, and similarly you take end point of B and join with the starting point of balance line of A. Now the point where this line intersects, this desired grading, is noted down, this point and this point. So this will represent the proportion of aggregate C in the total mix, and this will be the proportion of aggregate B, and this will be the proportion of aggregate A. So that is how this method is used to determine the proportion of different types of aggregates in the mix to achieve the desired grading. And if you use these proportions, you will see that the obtained grading follows the desired grading. So friends, in this session we have learned what is the need to mix aggregates of different sizes and where do we need them. And we have discussed three methods of proportioning of aggregates: trial and error method, analytical method, graphical method. Analytical method is very simple and very accurate. Graphical method is slightly time consuming, but it is also quite accurate. And trial and error method depends upon the skill of the user. Thank you very much. If you have any question, you can write in the comment box and subscribe this channel.